Thank you, Mr. Chair, and thank you, Minister, and your staff. Again, our colleague has asked many of the great questions. I just have a couple more to add. We talked about the free markets and lotto and the increase in the gaming with online. I'm just wondering, you know, I also believe in the free markets. I don't believe in the lotto, as the minister stated as well. I always told my husband that if I put $8 into a bucket and you put $8 a week into that, I bet you I'd make $1 million before you would. So, but charities, I do. I support a lot of charities at home and even outside our region. So, I do agree with this, and I think it opens a lot of doors to that. But on the other hand, we talk a lot about addiction and mental health on top of that. So, that is an issue and a concern. You said we're aligning with other provinces. If other provinces do this, have they seen a shift in that in any way of the increase in addictions? I know you said it has nothing to do with the bill, but just kind of a concern that I have and that we have as a party that we've talked about. Have they seen that on the other end, that an increase in addiction or you know, anything of that nature?
There has not been an addictions vulnerable sector manifest itself with the charities particularly, and these charitable schemes, we've seen no additional concern regarding addictions. They are one-offs. They may be one weekend they're going to sell some tickets. The addictions come with the buying the tickets, the VLTs, that you're locked there day after day, you're addicted. I mean, they are omnipresent, and they're you know, destroying some of these poor souls' lives, which is why I don't particularly care for them. Whereas these are a little different. Usually they seek out the person they sell to. It's usually a commonality of interest, things like that. It's the hockey team, it's the parents phoning neighbors and friends and families and things of that nature. So it has not, the addictions issue with respect to gaming manifests itself with the Atlantic Lotto, the VLTs, things of that nature.
Thank you, Minister. I don't think it would be bad as like you say, the lotto ticket, the lotto and the VLTs and things like that, but like my colleague had said, when you know, they have the big toonie draws and things like that, instead of driving to another area and putting a toonie in or making sure it's in the box, it's a lot easier to do it on your phone. So I wonder if it would open it up and more of a, you know, addiction nature, but I guess that's left to be seen, and as they say, and a conversation for another time too, as it goes on. Wondering, my next question is about the purpose behind changing the name of the gaming control branch. Was there an issue, or why was that changed?
It's just a generic name, so that if there are changes, you don't have to change the legislation when you change the name.
Thank you, Minister. Through the chair, in section 34.1, why did the section remove the reference to section 207.1C, D, and F of the Criminal Code that refers to fairs and exhibitions and public places of amusement?
They were felt to fall under the area of charitable, so it's just combined in this, which is charitable. They were already included in the definition.
Thank you for that. And this amendment repeals sections 36.3, that only an individual is eligible to be a registered gaming assistant. Can the minister explain the rationale behind this?
Gaming assistants are people provided under the charitable gaming suppliers.
Okay, thank you to the minister. And it appears that the age limit of 19 years old has been removed for the supplier. Can you explain the rationale behind that?
Yeah, you still have to be 19 years of age or older in order to be an applicant. It's just the age of majority in New Brunswick.
Right, thank you. And why was the provision made to renew a certificate of registration in section 43.2?
The staff thinks it was just a rewording clarification.
All right, thank you. And I just have a final question. Additional changes in section 54 and 56 focus on the registering gaming assistant. Can you address the reasoning behind these changes?
It's more general in nature, and it is directed to the charitable suppliers, gaming suppliers.
Okay, and thank you. That's all my questions, and thank you again for your explanations, and thank you, Mr. Chair.